Hello, folks. Oh, no. Hang on. We're in space, but we're also going down the rabbit hole of virtual cameras. Oh.
Ooh,
there we go. Meta camera. Hello, folks. How you doing? Welcome to Garblag Games. My name is Millie, and I'm joined by some wonderful friends, and we're going to go to space. And maybe save the world? No, not the world. We don't like the world. Well, Leon might like the world.
Earth first.
Earth for...
When you say the world, which world are we talking about?
When you say Earth first, I like you to have a look at the outside of my airlock.
Why, is there something wrong with it? Does it need fixing?
And it begins. It begins. Welcome to The Expanse. If you haven't gathered, we are partway through a adventure of 6 parts, and we're about at the halfway mark here. We had a week off last week due to flat out exhaustion on my behalf, and I needed to rest. And we're back in outer space. We just got no, I can't keep that up. I really tried. Can anybody help us remember where we're up to, and then we'll introduce our characters again?
Everybody's dead, Dave.
What?
They're all dead.
What? Even the fools?
Dead, Dave.
Even the fools.
Even the
They're
fools?
extremely dead.
Oh, we got one of them.
We did get one out. We saved one guy.
All right. So it all began a few weeks ago. Well, a few days ago.
In space time.
Space days ago. On the ice hauler, the Abzu's Bounty. We were third watch, and we were, just chilling out when we found out some weird things had been going down on earlier watches that day. And the captain had been sending some secure type beams back to Earth, and the second in command had been asking you to do weird digging with ice, and
had also been sending some bizarre messages to somewhere that wasn't Earth.
Somewhere that wasn't Earth. And Foley had to install a fridge in a gun locker on the bridge. It was all a bit odd. And then there was some singing. And Raf's ex-girlfriend, current girlfriend, we weren't sure.
Popped in for a visit.
Came to say hi and killed the EXO.
Because she was also a pirate.
Because she was also an OPA pirate. They also recognized Lev and decided they probably need to have a chat with Lev. So you're coming with us. And, you're Martian and you're Earth. Those governments pay a lot of money for hostages. You're coming with us as well.
Are you that dumb? We're worth something.
Mm-hmm. And then we became members of the Anne Bonny crew, which was a pirate OPA vessel piloted by Raf's ex-girlfriend, captained by Raf's ex-girlfriend. And we were flying...
Piloted by some noob that wasn't as good as Eldon.
No.
Pilot Pete.
Pilot
Pete.
It was Pilot Pete. Good job for remembering. And then we went to a little asteroid refining station not far from where we've been hauling ice, because we only took a day at reasonable speeds. And we were supposed to make a trade with some other OPA faction for this strange bioluminescent ice that we took out of the mining.
And then there was a double cross, and then there was a triple cross.
And then there was a double and a triple cross. And Captain Claire O'Rourke of the Anne Bonny died. We all skedaddled back to the ship that is now ours, and we have a sudden realization, we're big, bad OPA pirates now. Even if we don't want to be, because nobody's going to believe this shit. Our only sort of lead was...
a relay station out in space that our former second mate had broadcast his signal to.
Yep.
That we need to get to hack into so that we can find out where the messages are coming and going from.
Mm-hmm. Yes, definitely.
So we're going there, and we're trying to change the transponder on the Anne Bonny to something else.
To something less Anne Bonny.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if we can do that real quick, because it does mention how to make those changes if we need to.
I think hacking the transponder is going to be a very tall order.
Yeah.
Especially if we don't have a convenient instruction manual beamed to us by Fred Johnson, which we don't.
We don't.
But we're also not hacking the instructions for a Martian corvette. We're hacking the instructions for a battered old scow that's turned pirate ship. So
Yeah, but it's still a transponder, so those things are usually looked up tight. But you have fun. Don't blow us up on
All right.
nothing.
So while I
All right?
just double check the rules for that, shall we introduce our characters, starting with because you're up here in this, and we'll go clockwise from yourself, Ben. Tell us about your character.
hello, I'm Ben. I shall be playing Raf Book, an OPA rebel athlete, fist fighter and pugilist, who isn't really that upset about having become a pirate captain at all. He's a little bit upset that someone killed his ex-girlfriend before he could get back together with her, and so would quite like to punch someone in the head. And he's already taken some of that frustration out on the heavily armored thugs that invited us to die. I believe we told them no, we didn't fancy that idea actually, and instead they could be punched to death.
Yes, that did happen. Leon.
Hi, I'm Leon. I'm playing Tom Foley. Just go by Foley, the Earther. My character was grew up in a hippie art commune and did lots of conceptual art, lots of weird things with plants connected to wires, and when they blow in the wind they make lights and sounds come up. It was all very, very good, but then the commune went under, and so he just ended up running off to space, being completely disillusioned with the art world. But he had a bit of tech knowledge, so was able to get a job on the Abzu's bounty, doing a bit of tech work there. Not
The
too
big box
happy,
of googly eyes.
and got lots of googly eyes that carries on his pocket and sticks on things. Still got a little bit of artistic flair. Not too happy with how things have been going, really. The whole kidnapping, becoming an OPA pirate, not quite part of the plan. And I realized I forgot to mention in the last episodes that my character, I think, looks kind of like Nick Frost, because I was really hoping Nick Frost would be in The Expanse. But still season 6, because it could happen.
This way, over here. Adun.
That's me, isn't it?
It is,
Yes.
yeah.
Fabulous. Good evening, everyone. I'm Adun. I will be playing Isaac, the Martian, because Martians are the best, yeah? All the good folks, they left Earth and they went somewhere else. Hey ho. I'm the pilot. I was a researcher and a decent pilot back on Mars, and then I decided I wanted a quiet life, just running the ice from Saturn to Ceres and Ceres to Saturn and back and back and back again. And then I get all this piracy nonsense. Anyway, I got a new ship to fly, so I'm a little bit happy.
And then last but not least, down here in the other corner, Andy.
Hello, I'm Andy. I'm playing Lev Molina, who is a belter from Hygeia, who was living a quiet life, selling a bit of weed on the side, helping smugglers to shift incoming cargo from here to there without, anybody getting hurt. But along the way, he fell afoul of the Adaros faction of the OPA and decided there were some deaths involved, and he decided it would be best to make himself scarce, hence going and signing up on the Abzu's bounty for a quiet life, hoping to earn enough to set up a quiet little weed farm on Ganymede one day. Unfortunately, the bounty is now an expanding cloud of plasma, and he's suddenly found himself weirdly as an OPA pirate, apparently, or possible savior of the system. So that or dead within the next 2 hours. I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, it's classic Belter story, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Classic
From rags to riches to rags again, I suspect.
Probably. Right. Okay. So it is to, and I think between Isaac and Lev looking over the systems, we can translate this into their understanding of what is required here. But it is a TN12 intelligence technology test with a threshold of 10, a success threshold of 10. So what that means is we'll have to roll 3d6, add in our technology bonuses and focuses, and get over 12. Get over 12. But we'd need to have a total of 10 on our challenge dice in order to completely succeed. So each roll of that sort of test will either pass or fail. The thing about this one, though, if we fail, things might start blowing up. Like, okay, it's not a Martian Corvette. Interestingly, Isaac and Lev, you do realize that it has originally come from Mars. This is you look at the
nice.
it began life like it's got a registry to the Londres Nova dockyards on Mars. So it is a Martian ship, and there is an originally partitioned drive, like a virtual drive, or however, I'm not a computer expert, but yeah, there is a partition from the original installation of the operating systems and stuff here. But you gather that if you fail any of these rolls to update the registry, it's probably gonna, well, it's definitely gonna wipe out all the operating systems on the Bonnie Ann, the Ann Bonnie even. There we go, got the name wrong already. So it's going to wipe all the operating systems. It's just going to do that sort of like, no, you can't operate at the very least. And originally it was probably going to do something like, blow out the drive. But there's been some modifications to the drive, so maybe they've rerouted that and toned it back. But obviously they don't want anybody to change the transponder, because that's against the rules.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether I'm the best person for this job, because I'd rather just point the ship.
So that was really just between Lev and Isaac, who will know ship systems slightly better than perhaps Raph or Foley, because obviously Lev has been the communications officer and that kind of stuff, and Isaac, you've crawled around in the cockpit of the Ann Bonnie once or twice.
Yeah, I'm loving the ship. I'm all over the systems and everything else. That's fine.
Yeah. But not a suggestion that you were the folks who would have to make that roll.
Okay.
Just to give you like this is what's going to happen if we, and this is how we're going to do it.
Given the risk of basically just blue screening of death the entire ship, I suggest if it's registered now as a legit freighter, I say we just leave it as is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's registered as the Ann Bonnie out of series. It's been registered there for a while, like 20, 30 years at least. It doesn't have any information here on who it was registered to before. Other than when you go back to like its original sort of construction, it comes from that dockyard on Mars.
Oh, well, it's nice to know that originally she was Martian, so, this gives me hope. But, yeah, Captain?
Yeah, what's up?
We're just looking at the transponder, yeah? And we're not touching nothing, we're just having a little look. And it looks like they've managed to disable the auto-destruct, so that's a positive. I like to start with a positive.
Yeah, that's good news.
Yeah, this is what I was taught in my engagement techniques.
Are you about to give me the shit sandwich?
Yeah, no, because there's no other bread. It's just shit.
Like an open shit sandwich?
Yeah, like that, yeah. So the shit bit is that if we get it wrong, we factory reset the ship. and then
Well,
nothing works, like the air.
We've got to do it, because
or
if
the
we don't,
engine.
we're walking around with a target on our backs.
Yeah.
They know this ship was there at Prometheus.
Yeah, I was trying not to think about that bit. I was trying just to think that
Well,
we were,
no pressure, but I'd rather factory reset the ship than get shot to shit by whoever these evil Eartha bad guys is.
Ev, what you thinking?
Oh,
You the hacker, man. I destroyed the ship, yeah?
I'm no hacker. I'll give it a go. But hey, if we all get spaced by accident, it's not my fault. I'll try not to hit the button that just vents the ship.
Okay.
Okay, well, I've got like a focus in tech,
Uh-huh.
but I've only got intelligence 1, so that's what going to give me +3.
Yeah.
So that's basically the same as me then.
Yeah.
I've got intelligence 2 in the focus and tech, so I'll use that +4.
Ooh, Foley'd be good
I
at
was
it.
going to go, Foley, are you on the comms?
Yeah, what's up?
Stop mopping the engine and get up to the cockpit.
Oh, right, what now?
We just want you to change a little something for us.
What's that?
Oh, just the name of the ship.
Well, I could completely erase all the systems,
Yeah,
like the air.
yeah.
We breathe that one.
I'm just putting my suit on. Yeah, carry on.
Just climbing
taking a
into
really-
a vac suit.
All right.
Nonchalantly.
What are we changing it to?
Captain?
Oh, I can't get used to you calling him that. Can we just stick with Raph?
Yeah, just stick with Raph. I mean, if we're like on a station or something, and we need to look like we're like proper crew, then yeah, call me Captain. But
Now, if we're on the station, I'm going to be like taking the piss out of you because that makes us look like a proper crew.
yeah, that's true. All right, we're going to call her the Rorke's Drift.
The Rorke's Drift.
That's nice. I like that. It feels historic.
It's a bit historic, but it's also about Claire.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Everyone
the
got your
tools.
suits on? You're all happy with your suits?
And can I just check? This is en route to the
Himalaya.
Himalaya, yeah, en route
Oh.
to the waypoint. All right. So
Yeah, why not?
yeah. So
I figure it's us against the universe, so why not name it after the
yeah. I like it. It's good.
us against the universe battle?
Yeah.
Is
So
this the final episode?
yeah, ship go boom.
Well, we've pointed the ship in the right direction.
Okay.
So I at least am in my suit. So I've got air for a while.
Right. So we're en route to this way station, this relay station, out near Jupiter. We've been traveling for a few days to kind of get to grips with all the systems, check where everything is, repair, rethink. Our nerd, what was his name? Lay, I think.
Lay, yeah.
Our fool's nerd is just like, well, his ship is better than the one I came in on. It's sad that all the folks I know are either in spacesuits, in bags in the airlock, but we're all friends now, so he's been helping out, making himself useful. And Foley, just as you sit down and everybody's like, all right, I've got a thing to mop your brow. I've got the toolkit here ready to go. Isaac is like, ka-chunk, I'm in my spacesuit. One of the monitors in the bridge, on the bridge, blinks, and on it is like incoming type beam message from Ceres. And Lay goes, oh, that might be important. Do we want to wait?
Nice, from Sirius. We should take it.
Yeah. So the thing blinks up, and there's a delay. I think, where is Ceres? Yeah, there's a delay, and it's a message. And it starts with like a title screen, like the office of the governor of Ceres, and then it changes, and there's a face that I think most people would recognize. it's Anderson Dawes. And he's this is the nerve-wracking bit, because it's such a great character in the thing. It's like, do I try and do the Anderson Dawes accent? Everybody's like,
Right.
yeah, all right. So you see Anderson Dawes, and it's not like he's in the Doxon series. He's in the big white office of the governor. You can see like he's got some sort of plants on the desk in front of him. You can see the window out behind him, which goes down onto the area where there's grass and a tree, and it looks nice. He's clean. He's got a nice suit on. He's not wearing a stupid hat, because that was what Miller does. It looks like, for those who have met or seen Anderson Dawes before, it's a very different look for him. And he's there. He looks at the camera and he says, "Claire, my friend, I hope I find you well. I am missing our conversation where you told me you would be late. If anything has happened, Claire, know that every ounce of power I have here as the governor of Ceres will be thrown to help you. If you are lost, please see the directions I have included with this type beam, and know that here at Ceres a berth will always be kept open and warm for you." And then he leans forward into the camera, and he says, "If I should find that my dear friend Claire has come to any injury, no, I will hunt you down and hurt you, because any member of my family will be safe and protected. You will never set foot alive on any station in the belt." And then he leans back and he's like, "But we will be friends. Know that the berth is here for you, Claire. I will see you soon." And it sort of ends there. And indeed, there is like a docking berth number and a invite and the route back to Ceres. Like, this is where you should have been, kind of thing, and that kind of stuff.
Right, so I'm changing this transponder then, yeah?
Yeah, the route checks out, Captain. I don't know whether you want to respond, but
Well, yeah, I do want to respond. And
it's
we do
going to
need
be
get
like an
back to him.
hour conversation, though. So, just to let you know.
But maybe we should change the transponder first, because that's our immediate threat. And then we'll get in touch with Mr. Dawes once that is done.
Oh, Mr. Dawes. Oh, okay.
Well, he's wearing a suit now.
Is he like Governor Dawes now?
He looks like he's the governor of Ceres. I don't know how long that'll be allowed to last, but I guess he's Mr. Dawes now. Looks like everybody's changing their job title.
Yeah.
What was you going to say, Andy?
Dawes dressed like an Indian now, isn't it?
Well, sometimes if you've got to be heard, you've got to look the part. It's easy to dismiss the belt when everybody looked like a dirty pirate.
Well, we are right now.
We are literally dirty pirates.
Well, of course
Sure.
we're dirty pirates right now, but he's sitting pretty in the governor's office and he's inviting us to go there and stay. So,
Well, are you inviting your ex-dead girlfriend?
yeah,
He's
I know.
invited a ship with the current name it has.
But
maybe-
he's
Oh, yeah, also that. That is a very
He's also
interesting
gonna-
point.
listen to the people that bring him news about what's going on.
I got the footage that you told me to get from Prometheus.
Yeah, we got the footage, we got the bodies.
We're carting those all around the
Mhm.
system. Okay, just
Yeah,
to
but
be-
they're in an airlock, so they're frozen.
Yeah, no, I just have a problem with dead people. Okay.
But we can give them a proper send-off
Yeah.
for most of them, but
I
I
thought that
guess
meant
he's going to
burial
want
at
to see Claire.
space. I just didn't realize that meant taxi service for the dead.
Oh, we'll put them out the airlock once we get a chance to say some words. In fact, you know what? Why don't I go and do that while you lot fix the transponder? Because it's not like there's anything I can do to help you.
Oh, you sure, Captain?
Well, unless I can punch it.
Well, I didn't mean that you'd be helpful, because you won't. But, it might be a little bit emotional, and maybe you need someone there to, make sure you don't stare into the infinite just a little bit too much.
I think me and the Infinite, we looked at each other long enough.
And the infinite blinked.
You see this? That's where the Infinite tried to have a chat. And I said, not today.
All right. All right, let's crash this ship. But digitally.
It's always worrying when your pilot says that.
It's why I fly in space, yeah?
Yeah.
Is Raph out the room?
Yes.
I could just tell him I've changed it. I don't see how he's going to know.
I'm not disagreeing, but Raph did have a point that the ship that killed everyone on Prometheus knew that this ship was there. So if we rock up in the same ship, we're going to be in shit.
I'll do it if you think you should do it.
And if Dawes is looking for this ship because he's expecting Claire to report back to him, is he just going to believe that all these bad guys came and killed her and all of her men, and we just inherited the ship by accident?
Oh, like that Holden fellow, we just inherited the ship.
Legitimate salvage.
Yeah.
It's not legitimate salvage. She gave me the keys.
I mean, there will be some sort of transfer log on Raph's personal device from her.
I would rather have the security of choosing when and where we have that conversation with the not always entirely rational and level-headed.
What are you saying?
Right,
Anderson
the
Dawes is emotional and... No?
I think we all know that Anderson Dawes is a man for getting stuff done. Sometimes stuff that doesn't always need to be done.
Yeah.
Sometimes doing people, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to try this.
Yep.
All right. So TN12 intelligence technology, success threshold of 10.
Can the rest of us do anything to assist?
No, I've been looking for the assist stuff in here. There isn't really.
Okay.
Got 130,000 groats. Is that worth anything?
No.
Scored. I got a double.
Oof.
6, 9, 12, plus my 4, 16,
Yeah.
and a double 3.
And double 3. What is your
Stunt die is 3.
3. I just want to quickly check a extended test. Sorry, I'm doing that thing where I read the book, which means nobody can hear me. I just want to check extended test and stunts because I'm not sure it does anything extra.
I think it's just the 3 is what counts, isn't it?
Yeah.
As the successes.
I think I'm getting myself confused with Star Trek Adventures, and when you get like extra successes in a extended test, there you can do other things.
I'm
Many
pretty sure you
space
can
games.
in this one. Yeah.
So many space games.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just
What
there's
page
no
is stunts
stunting.
on?
They're scattered throughout. Which particular stunts would you like? I wrote down a list.
The punching ones.
The punching stunts. General combat's 95. Melee is 97.
Yep.
Okay, let's have a
Knew that would come in handy.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the first one. Oh look, you've been given a reroll by Elder Redder, just in case. So the first. So Foley rolls up his sleeves, puts some googly eyes on the board.
There we go.
And dives into this painstaking moment of reading the transponder. And yeah, so you take 20 odd minutes or so of rewiring bits and pieces and going through it. Next check, unless anybody wants to take over.
You look like you're doing fine.
Mopping your brow, Foley.
Next one.
Glass of water.
Maybe some coffee.
That's not as good. I'm gonna use my reroll. That's really bad. That's a little bit better. Okay, so I got 10 plus my 4 is 14.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a 6 on my stunt die.
Oh, so providing the next test passes, you're done.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, we've been doing this for like 40 odd minutes. You know, it's a tense kind of thing. But now you're elbow deep into like, I want to call them isolinear chips, but I can't remember what they called them when they were pulling them out. You know what I mean?
I love it. No, absolutely.
Little pieces of perspex that's shining LEDs through.
Yeah,
You know,
it's an Isolinear ship, clearly. What
it's
else
what's
would that
inside all of ships. And it's what spaceships run on. Wires are coming out. But yeah, you've got your googly eyes, you've got your tools, you're in this. Let's see if we get it done within an hour, or we're going to space
Put
ourselves.
googly eyes on my suit.
Yes.
Moral
Look at that.
support.
2 5s and a 6.
Wow.
Hey.
So 20, and then 5 on the stunt dice. So
You even get the coffee machine working again.
Yeah. All right. So as a bonus so we change it to what do we change it to again, Ben?
Rorke's Drift.
Rorke's Drift. I should
I'll put it in now.
down.
RORKS.
And Pete suggests we can call it the Rawsey for short.
The Rawsey. Nice, yeah, I like it. Well done, chat. So as you're doing this, shows you up the registry, and originally it was called Anne Marie. It was based out of Mars, out of this Londres Nova shipyard, and it asks you, but you realize that they did a bad idea. If you wanted to roll back to the original operating system, but it also says it needs a bunch of drivers and updates from the Mars shipyard, kind of thing. Which is a way of suggesting that were you ever to swing past Mars and perhaps get these drivers and updates, you could access very easily what's on the petition drive that Lev found, if you were ever to swing back that way.
Okay.
But a very tense hour, and we rename the ship. There is a glitch in a lot of the systems, and we see the name. To which probably Raph is like, no, R-O-U.
Oh
No, I've got to do it again now.
No, we just type it in properly, and we changed the name to Rorke's Drift, and we're about 2 hours out. Like, it's been a week or two. I need to look at the times. I had them ready for last week, and now I've put the notebook somewhere and pressed the go live, so I need to stay in this chair. But we've been flying along for a little while. We've had time to make repairs and do a lot of other things. We're only a couple of hours away from this waypoint by the time we've got to the point where we can rename the ship, and we've dealt with Mr. Dawes' message and that kind of stuff. So we're not far from where we want to be, but we've got enough time if we want to do anything or turn around and go somewhere else.
There's something I'd like to do.
Yeah.
The type beam that we got from Anderson Dawes, he said he was including directions embedded in the message.
Yeah.
I'm going to check that the directions are embedded. I mean, he doesn't need to send us directions to Ceres. It's the biggest port in the belt. You know, it's not like we don't know where that is.
Mm-hmm.
So if there's something else that he's directing us to.
I think it's more that he was threatening us to actually turn up.
No,
Sure,
but
no,
we should still check. No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely. That's a good idea.
I mean, he's a guy who's always got like some ulterior motive,
God, yeah.
underhand going on, and I want to see if there's some kind of hidden message or hidden location he's sending to Claire, or thinks he is.
Going to be all our pictures with a target on it.
Yeah. Don't trust these fools. You can make a TN12, target number 12, intelligence cryptography.
I nearly took crypto, and I didn't because I didn't think I'd need it.
Oh, I thought you did take crypto.
No, I didn't in the end. I got tech and security. Okay, so could I use the tech focus for this, or it has to be crypto?
It has to be crypto to get the focus bonus, but you will get your intelligence bonus to it.
Which is a mere 1. So let's see. All right. Oh, okay. There's no doubles. That's 12, 13 total.
Okay, so you just scrape through, running these directions, because they are on the surface. It is like a Google Maps to, like, literally, like, Siri's is here. Where are you? This is the best route. Get back here now.
Passive aggressive directions.
Yeah, passive aggressive directions. That there's probably some sort of belter joke in there as well. Where are we? Sorry, I'm just scrolling.
They see me scrolling.
Yeah, I know.
Scrolling.
Where is she? All right, okay. So there is a text message in there, like embedded in this, just a text file. It says Alina Vasquez Chang, our informant in Mao Kwiatkowski, that's how you say it, has gone silent. If you have the opportunity to get to Luna, see if you can find out why discreetly. But she was the one who gave us the drop on this in the first place. If you've been attacked by others, they might have went for her as well.
Interesting. Okay, I will pass that on to everybody else. We've got another clue to follow, depending what we find on this relay station. So, Alina Vasquez Chang, Mao Kwiatkowski.
What's she doing embedded in an Earth Corp like Mao?
Spying for Anderson Dawes, by the sound.
Yeah, I guess not everybody can do the same job, I suppose.
Yeah, no, it's a good place to if you could get someone.
I've given the lads a good send off. We'll raise a bottle to them tonight, but I've kept Claire and our two unknown visitors on ice in case Anderson Dawes wants them.
Okay. Is there
we need to take a look at their kit as well, because
say they had some sweet kit.
They had some sweet kit, and we need to start taking that shit apart and sticking it on our own stuff.
And also seeing if there's anything we can use to identify them. Probably not, if they're as competent as they seem to have been. But
yeah, well, I think we might need bigger resources, which is another reason to get in touch with Anderson Dawes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, question for you then, lads. Do we want to hit the relay first and then call Anderson Dawes, or call Anderson Dawes and then hit the relay? I think hit the relay first, and that way we've got some news to share with him that makes us look a bit more competent.
We've got more to tell him, and this is true.
Yeah, he's a guy who likes to trade, he likes, especially information. So the more we know, the more leverage we have, I guess.
And if he's going to kill us, at least this way it takes him longer. So
yeah, he's not going to kill us. He might kill you.
Well, hang on a minute.
He's not going to kill you. I'm joking.
I'm going to go down and check the ship.
Belter's not cannibal. We're not going to kill you and eat you, no matter what they say.
No matter what they say is in Red Kibble, it is not inner.
Look, worst case scenario, he ransom you back to the inners, but he's not going to do that. We absolutely okay with inners coming out here who share our perspective, who get into our worldview, people who think we all one people. Never mind this Earth Mars belt shit.
Well, I'm happy to accept the belt. Maybe not so much the Earth bit. Sorry, Tom.
My other room.
You're all right. Captain, just one thing to mention, and for the astrogation, we're that little bit closer to Ceres now, actually. So taking this detour has just brought us closer. So if you wanted to be having a chat with Mr. Dawes, it's maybe a little bit more possible. It's more like 20 minutes rather than an hour between hello,
That's
how
pretty
are
good.
you?
Okay, well, we'll hit the relay and see what we can find.
Okay.
So,
What do
start
we know
firing
about
up.
this? Sorry, what do we know about this relay? We're assuming it's unmanned. Do we know that?
We don't
We-
know fuck all about the relay.
Do we have any
It
navigation
could be
data?
a military installation for all we know. That's why we need to hit it with long-range sensors as soon as we get close enough.
We've got to come in quiet as well. Because it might be a perfectly normal relay, but it might be having a little friend.
Yeah. So look, you're the Martian pilot, man.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know how to fly.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to need Lev on all sensors, though.
Yeah, Lev, you're going to have to run the sensor sweeps and check for incoming telemetry.
Do it.
Where's Foley gone?
He left it in.
Okay, well,
I think
he's
it's when
an
you started
engineer, so
talking about
he's-
what sauce to eat him with.
He's an engineer, so we probably need... Foley, are you going down to the engine room?
Shout back up. Yeah, I'm just tidying up.
Okay, look, just hit it with spanners or whatever it is you do to make it work.
Don't you go hitting my ship with spanners.
When we go down there, it's just going to be googly eyes on everything.
That's why I don't go down there. It's
The
freaky,
horror.
man.
The horror.
Wherever you go, they're all looking at you.
Falling around the room.
Oh, no, it's terrifying. I don't like it. Has anyone checked the front of the ship recently?
Has he been out and stuck them on the front? Just two giant googly eyes.
We totally need to do that now.
Big.
Oh man. Right, let me just find because that. So I'm looking for like sensors. I think the Bonnie has a sensors of 2. Was it 3? Let's scroll back up here. I should have sent you this.
Drift.
The Rorke's Drift. Sorry, the Rorke's Drift. The Rorke's Drift has a sensors of 2, I believe. That's the ex-crew members. They're all dead. That's the captain. She's dead.
So harsh, Millie.
I know.
So harsh.
I know. It's just my passive-aggressive GM style.
That's what it says on my ties on my character sheet as well. Dead. Dead. Dead.
Oh, dead Dave.
This lot.
Everyone's dead, though.
Oh,
This lot will do, I suppose.
come on, PDF. But I was just looking up what that 1 or 2 does to boost your roll.
You have a sensor score from
Yeah.
-2
Guessing
to
the score
6. So it should,
Adds to your number on your roll
Mhm.
rather than giving you extra dice or anything.
Yeah,
useful.
that's what I thought it was. I just want to.
so the better you are, the better it is.
Mm-hmm.
So really the question is whether we want to go in like all ping, 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 or whether we want to be a little bit more passively sneaky.
Well, if we've got the main drive on and we're still pinging out a transponder signal, even if it is with a new name, then they're going to know we're here. Unless you're doing some kind of clever Martian Navy evasive maneuvers, sort of set
Well,
one course, cut the drive, change thrusters, tea kettle it in.
I was being quiet, yeah. I mean, we were not on full drive because otherwise you Belter folk would be bending all over the place. We just fire the drive as much as we like. So we don't have a big candle up our arse, basically, is what I'm saying.
Are we using fusion drive at all, or is it just pure thrusters?
Well, we're just coasting on the thruster we gained from the fusion drive earlier.
Okay, cool.
But you know what, Isaac, you get to make the decision on the approach.
Okay.
You two deal with the approach and the sensors. I'm going to go down and talk to Foley.
Okay.
All right. So sensors on the Rorke's Drift is sensors 1.
One, not
1,
two.
not
Okay,
1. Sorry.
Great. So what kind of role is this? Intelligence tech or something?
Well, I would say, with my clever Martian Navy shit, why don't we get in medium range, then we light up with the active sensors and see if there's anyone else around. And if shit gets hairy, then at least we're close in. Because I don't think we've got any ranged weapons. Do we have any ranged weapons?
You've got 2 torpedo tubes and a point defense network.
How many torpedoes do we have?
Let's say 4.
Okay, but that shit's
Making it up as she
expensive.
goes along.
That shit is expensive, and we don't want to blow up a communication buoy. So if it goes south, or whatever that is in space, then we just go in hard and we go in close and we tear them apart with the PDC. Yeah?
That works for me. I'm much more familiar with close-up fighting any day of the week.
Yeah, and if all else fails, we just throw the captain at them.
Just load Raph into a torpedo tube.
Put me in the torpedo tubes.
That'll work. Yeah, let's do
Oh, that'll be fun. I won't be expecting that.
I have a hammer in each hand.
it.
Make sure you
Could
got
be
your
out the
mag
window.
boots turned on, yeah?
So I'm going to come down into the engine room. Hey, Foley,
Strap a
Alright.
nuke on my head.
you all right, man?
Yeah. Fine. I'm
You
just-
just seem, a little bit out of sorts. I know it's been a weird couple of days for you. You
It's been
just
a
thought
very weird couple
You
of
were
days.
doing
right?
a simple job on an ice hauler, and now everybody's joking about how you're a badass OPA pirate. Doesn't have to be that way.
I'd just rather not get blown out into the vacuum of space.
No, understandable. I'd rather you not get blown out into the vacuum of space as well. Look,
That sounds so passive aggressive.
But sometimes these things are necessary. you know?
That's a nice inner life you've got. It would be a shame if something would have happened to it.
Like he got blown out into space.
Yeah.
Hmm. Just
But-
like that.
Foley, if you don't want to be here, as soon as we get to Ceres, you can get off, mate.
Oh,
It's
that
not a
place was now
problem.
in charge of... Yeah.
I'm not going to force you to stay on the ship. If you want to get off, we'll see to it that you get passage back to Earth or whatever. If that's what you want, that's not a problem. There's no reason for you to have to stay here. You're not a hostage anymore.
Yeah, I'm just not really sure what I am anymore. So probably just have to see how it goes.
It's been a pretty weird couple of days.
I can fix things and keep them going.
Well, if it's okay with you, you just keep fixing stuff for now. If anybody does board us or catch us, you tell them that you're a hostage if you want. That's all right. And when we get to Ceres, you can make a decision for yourself if you want to stay or if you want to go. I don't want nobody on my crew who don't want to be here.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm pretty tired of being boarded, to be honest. If anyone else turns up, I'm just going to deck them.
good. That's the right attitude. But at the same time, if you want to stay, I'll be glad to have you. You're a useful man to have around. And I've gotten to know you in the last couple of days, and you're all right. For an inner, you're a decent bloke.
Cheers, Raph. You're all right for a belter.
Yeah. See, that's what I mean. We're all one people, yeah? One blood. All right. Peace out, man.
All right. And I'm going to pat Raph on the back as he goes and try to stick some googly eyes to him.
Thank you.
Okay, we're making our approach. Can I suggest everyone finds a comfortable seat?
All right, so sensors test will be is 3d6 plus the
Tech.
ship's sensors rating.
Oh, one.
Okay. Can I use my tech focus for it?
Sure, yeah. I'm not sure if that's the way it's written in the book, but it makes sense that if
Okay.
It is for electronics warfare, you get your tech.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, it'd be the same then. Yeah.
11, that's going to be 13.
13. All right. So as you're heading in, there is actually another ship. It pings
Oh,
up. There's something. There's something already there. The profile of it is smaller than yours. Looks like a boop boop boop. Let's see. It's a smaller ship. It has some kind of hull plating. The transponder shows up as the Rock Hound. It's only a 25-meter long ship, which is not that big compared to half the size of yours, half the
Okay.
size of the Rock.
Yeah, but a half-sized fighting ship versus a
Is
full
better than
size
this
falling apart ship.
bolted together thing.
Yeah.
Does it match the ship that we saw at Prometheus?
No, absolutely not. Prometheus, the ship that was leaving Prometheus with all the goodies on it and all the people who made it out was like a state of inner art. It could have been from
Okay.
Mars, could have been from Earth, could have been
Probably
one of
Mars.
these. Yeah, probably Mars. We should ask them some probing questions and see what happens. Oh, by the way, Van der Graaf, I'm not. Have you got an uncle who's a diplomat?
Might have.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about him, really.
Yeah, he's interesting. But yeah, it's definitely not that level. It's a fairly shitty. They've got an Epstein drive, but it's a fairly shitty sort of. In fact, they're not currently using it, but they're on thrusters, and it looks like, as Lev points out, they're doing like the kind of let's just leave. We're doing thruster maneuvers to get out of being docked with the relay station.
Okay.
You want open channels?
If it was docked with a relay station, that suggests it's inhabited.
Yeah.
Is there a habitation ring on it?
No, there doesn't look like there's. If anybody lives on this little relay station thing, they live in there, and it can't house more than maybe one or two.
Oh man, it's not the place to be living.
Does the Rockhound, has it registered a flight plan for where it's going next?
It looks. It hasn't. No, it's not registered a flight plan, but it doesn't look like there's a traffic control or anybody really to
register
it with.
Okay, Lev, could you open us a tight beam to the Rockhound?
You're on.
Hello, leaving ship. Hello, Rockhound. How are you?
This is the Rockhound. We're a mining scout vessel.
Oh, that's nice.
Who's that? What's going on?
Rock's Rift.
Nice
Personnel
to meet you.
Transport.
Nice to meet
hello.
you.
There's a lot of dark out here. I thought I'd say hello.
Well, yeah, we're just leaving. You got business here as well?
Well, we just wanted to stop off and do some course corrections, bit of tidying up. You know how it is. You like to stop next to something. It makes me feel better. I'm from a planet.
Right, yeah. Well,
You seem a little, I don't know, breathless. It's a bit odd in a spaceship. You been running?
No. We're just a little bit surprised to meet anybody. I have to say, we came out here to do some
Shady shit.
some work and didn't expect a ship to just course correct near the middle of nowhere.
Gonna go mute. Go, Lev, my good friend, could you get any more scans on that ship? Because they're being shady as shit.
I've got everything pointed at them, Kopeng.
Back off mute.
Yeah, I'll dig out any more information I can get on this thing. Look into its registry, who owns it.
Yeah,
anything
okay.
like that.
Let's make it's definitely an intelligence technology. This is I think it's going to be, well, hang on, let me see. As it turns out, a target number 12.
Okay, well, I got that. So, yeah, so that's 11 on the dice plus 1 for intelligence and then a focus.
So it is a rockhound. It is a scouting mining ship. It's like its ident comes up as part of Grey Savannah extractions. It was last mining asteroid P37. I'm trying to remember the asteroid that Gerasimenko. Nobody knows what I'm talking about. It's okay. It's fine. Yeah, it's now last mining an asteroid. It was literally doing what they've said. They haven't haven't got much else that you can kind of pick up, but they do seem to be.
What accent are they talking with?
This person, it's not Martian or Belt, so it's probably sounds Earther. But if Foley is listening in, are you listening in, Foley? Is this like over everything? It's probably an Earther.
Yeah, I'll be putting it down to 10. We're mostly doing most things on open comms, I think.
Okay, well then I can hear it if it's open.
I'm the only one with the microphone.
Yeah. To you, Foley, it sounds like one of those folks from Luna. It sounds like they've got that slightly, I don't know.
Ick sound.
Yeah, it's a Luna. It's a loony.
So I was just wondering, my captain, he keeps trying to make us drink this awful algae gin. Have you got anything else we can trade? I think we've got some coffee left, but it's been a long time since you had coffee.
I think we're good for coffee and algae gin. And
No, I don't want algae gin. I wanted to trade the coffee for some better booze. That was the idea.
You know how these runs are. You've calculated your usage and your rations and your supplies. Listen, look, we've finished up our job here. So we're going to go and get on with, the rest of our business. Safe travels to you, friend. And they're still doing like their leaving port maneuvers kind of thing.
Okay, well, happy trails. Don't light your ass on fire or nothing.
No, we know you're there now, so we'll just thrust us to a safe distance, and then good luck. Good luck with whatever it is you're doing. And you see that, you can hear that they're doing that Rorke's drift. Good luck.
Thank
And
you.
in fairness, they might just be shitting themselves because they're assuming that we're pirates.
Well, we are, so you know.
They wouldn't be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll drop the connection.
Sure.
You go, okay, well, they're either shady or terrified or both. Captain?
I don't think we can just open up on them with the PDCs just because they sound a little bit shady or possibly scared. I mean, I know we're supposed to be pirates and everything, but they're just a little rock hopper out here in the black.
For myself, I am totally shady and a little bit scared, so I don't want to get shot for that.
Yeah, they did sound a little bit like Lev, didn't they?
Yeah, they did sound quite a lot like Lev.
Only Earthers.
Yeah, and with that
So look, we
weird sort
dock
of
with the
twang.
station. We'll see what we can find. If it turns out that they were bad guys and they murdered everybody there, at least we got their ship ident, and there's only so far they can get in the belt before someone will catch them.
Yeah, well, we can park so that we can keep an eye on them. Lev, if you keep them in the sensors, and then if anything shows up to be a bit off on the relay, then we can just get after them and give them some justice, yeah? Remember the bounty. Remember Prometheus. We're leaving too many dead people behind us.
Yeah, let's not make any more if we don't have to. All right,
Okay.
bring us in then,
Nice and gentle.
and come the station if there is anybody there. I hope there isn't, because that would be a shitty way to live.
Oh, it's a crap place to be, man.
You got to really piss someone off if they make you come and work out here.
I can imagine that being your company job. Oh, man, I was just thinking he was like crazy hermit.
You try and contact the station. You just get back like the computer
Welcome
ping.
to Himalaya.
Yeah.
Welcome to Himalaya.
Yeah.
Press 1 for docking.
Yeah. It does like it runs through that like this is a way station managed by whatever communications pyramid.
For all your communication needs.
Yeah, pyramid network communications. That's about it really. I think there's a healthy understanding that if we're gonna leave one of these things floating in space, we can try and put a lot of safety systems in, or we can just accept that people are going to turn up. and if they scrap it, we'll be able to find out, and then we can send the space cops after them, which is also known as Mars and Earth.
Send us the bill.
More likely, yeah.
That kind of stuff. But yeah, this is a pyramid network relay station, and you can dock. It's not a difficult thing for Van to do. It asks for credentials and authorization to be here, but it's not a difficult thing for you to just be like, let me in, and it's like, oh, okay then, because it's gonna have like we need to dock because of
Bona fide travelers seem to have some sort of leak.
yeah, that kind of stuff. We've got a stop and offload so we can fix a hole in the ship. Okay, we're not going to let you die in space, that kind of thing. So it's not a hard thing to dock and gain access to this little satellite. It doesn't look like it's got more than, it's probably about a living room size, give or take. And it's mostly servers and computers that attach to the antenna. That's sort of the main reason, the majority of the station.
Okay, so this is a job for our tech boys. We've got the timestamp. We know when the messages went out. So hopefully it's still in a buffer.
Yeah, Lev and Foley, if you boys could go onto the station, find the right server, tap in and see what information you can get. Whatever you can find is going to be useful. The more you can get, the better.
Do what I can, boss man.
Pull the whole stack if you need to.
Do we have to suit up for this? Or is this?
Yeah, I suggest you probably do want to, because it's going to be shitty and cold in there at the very least.
Yeah, see if you can find some sign of what the hell the Rockhound was doing here. Lev, you shady, yeah?
A little shady.
Yeah, so communication buoy is good for a drop-off, maybe?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, this would be a great place for smugglers to
Okay.
have a little stash.
It also makes me want to check there aren't a whole bunch of armed dudes in there waiting for us. Call me paranoid, but we seem to be racking up a lot of bodies in our
There's
wake.
not a lot of room.
There's not much space for a lot of armed dudes, but I'll go in first if you want.
I'll hide behind you, Cap.
I'm going to stay in the ship. Keep the engines warm. I'd like to keep the sensors on the Rockhound as well.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
so
sure.
they know we're looking. Bing!
Yeah, they're just sort of pootling off, getting to a nice distance, slowly.
I like to think they picked up rather than dropped off. Because if they dropped off, that means someone's coming to pick up. And that makes life more complicated.
No, they are just sort of...
But it could also mean like some decent booze.
Well, this was the silver lining in the big plutonium cloud, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, have fun out there. Stay warm.
Yeah, don't fly off without us, yeah?
No. Why would I do that?
All right, so Lev, Raffen, and Foley are heading into this little way station. This little thing. So once we've told it we're suffering from a tiny hole in our giant ship and we need to stop and use your station, you head in. You've got your vac suits on. The interior of the outpost is not merely empty. It's trashed. Like most of the computers and electronics have been removed. And it seems like only the basic of requirements here to continue its function. Like it's not holding much. It's not keeping much anymore. As you kind of...
Yeah, you're right. We should have fucked them up with the PDCs.
Somebody can make a perception seeing test. A TN12 perception seeing.
Or not Foley.
I'm not very good at this. Anyone got anything decent in this?
Oh, yeah. That's a double 6 with one of them being my action dice.
Oh.
On top of, so 662 is 12, 14, 15, 16.
Yeah.
With 6 on my stunt dice.
Oof. That's a good number. Right. Okay. So it's almost immediately obvious to Raph.
And my perception kind of relies on, so the sort of stuntage on that would be looking for the professional level of the people that effed this up.
Yeah. So it's pretty obvious to Raph, like, the stuff that's messed up, the things as you look around, aren't the sort of things you would find in a typical way station. Like this is, there's some sort of there's some sort of equipment here that is probably more likely come from a lab than it would have a data farm or a computer farm in that kind of sense. You're looking at maybe some of the equipment strikes you as it probably had big old freezers and such. As you look around, some of the things here look more like terminals or stations where someone would analyze data than they are where somebody would perhaps just
and torpedo those assholes.
Send things through.
What, you giving me free fire?
No, we need information from them. We've got to get back to our ship.
Yeah, but we got to torpedo those assholes so they can't kick in their drive.
Yeah, if I torpedo them, they're not going to be. It's not going to be doing no driving. They're not going to be doing nothing. We've only got 4. Come on, get back in the ship and chase these bastards down.
Okay, but we can't let them ignite their drive while we're behind them.
All right. I know
But
what
you
I'm
know
doing.
that. Sorry. Yeah, I know.
You stick to the punching.
I'll stick to the punching, you stick to the flying.
Stay in your lane, Raph. Stay in your lane.
Get in the torpedo tube.
Get in the damn torpedo tube, okay?
So we walk into the room, we look around, Raph explains they've been doing more than just passing on messages here, and you turn around immediately?
Yeah.
Go. We've been had.
Oh my God!
Is Lev and Foley, are they going to stay and Raph going to go back to help Van, or?
I don't want to get left behind. So
Yeah, I'm running in the ship. I'm not getting left on this rock.
I want to come back because I want to see if I can access any information from this place's, com buffer or something like that. See if there's anything like record of previous transmissions. But there's no time for that right now.
Oh, it's all right. We're coming back. We're going to go fuck them up first.
Yeah. See if you can take out the drive cone of PDC.
Yeah, those cheeky little assholes, they're going to get a shoe in.
We need information.
Yeah, I know
No.
we need information. We're going to get information. That doesn't mean we're not going to shoot the crap out of
Come
their
on,
drive.
get on the bloody ship!
I'm running and arguing. I can multitask.
I'm lighting the bloody flare. Come on.
All right, so we
Powering up
all
onto the bridge.
we
I
all
could
head
literally
back
run
onto the-
circles around these two.
You could go outside, run around
Yeah.
the ship, inside.
Oh,
And then...
googly eyes. Oh, look. Oh, back in again.
When did they get there? Yeah. All right.
But you know what? Actually, the googly eyes is a good idea. I think we all need some right there on our helmets.
I've got some on my suit now. I'll put them on for like moral
I
support.
think that'd be like our thing. We can all
Alright,
have
okay.
like googly eyes, and nobody will take it seriously, and then we'll headbutt them.
That's perfect.
Love it.
So we dive back onto the Rorke.
Rorke's Drift.
The
Yes.
Rorke's Drift.
The Rorke.
And then we all right, so once everybody's back,
Punch it.
are we going to follow them, or we just, because our torpedoes have their own little Epstein engines, don't they? That's how torpedoes are. We just going to fire off one of our 4 torpedoes, or are we going to get close enough to fuck them up with our PDCs?
I want to get
Well,
We
close.
should
my-
message them first.
My ranged combat experts want me to go up close and shoot them with PDCs because apparently a torpedo will utterly obliterate their
I'm
ship.
not expensive.
They might just give up.
Also, they might just give up. I think we're a little bit faster than we look.
Yeah, you definitely from the stuff Lev did, you definitely have like the upper hand here.
All right, punch it, Van.
Akadagi!
All right, give me a
Hope you're all sitting down.
piloting
I would love
roll.
to. Oh, yes. So that's dexterity, and then my focus in piloting. Does this involve speed, by any chance?
Well, unless you're going slowly.
Oh, no, I'm going fast. Because I appear to have taken the expert talent. This gives me extra +2 in things that involve speed. So that's a lot of pluses, basically. All right, what's my challenging?
So their piloting is
Yes.
15.
15. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Please hold. How many pluses? That's a 4. That's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 10. That's a 15. That's an 18.
18, right? Okay. So you leave the station, leave the way station, follow these guys up. Really bear down on them. Like the pilot there doesn't seem to, like they're doing the poodle along, and it's like, you hear, hey cowboy, looks like you're can we help? You're getting a little close. We were about to fire our drive off there, partner. And it is a Martian drawl. It's a different voice than one you heard before.
Oh, what happened to the moon boy?
And then you hear the other voice, and it's like, this is Captain Najoku. Can I help?
Yeah, you seem to have made a little bit of a mess. Just hold one moment. Targeting officer, do we have a lock yet?
Yes, we do.
Have you opened the torpedo bay this time? Remember what happened last time?
They're supposed to be in the torpedo bay.
Sorry, you were saying, Captain.
Look, we didn't go into the station. We just docked and ran the program that HQ told to do.
Okay, I'm going to have to stop you there, and I'm going to have to request that you stop your ship, because we need to talk.
All right, can you make, or if somebody else wants to take over the conversation and demand they talk, a communications persuasion roll, or unless you're going to do something like deceive them by saying you're actually a Martian frigate in disguise or something. I don't know, something plausible. You could make a deception roll.
I will hand over to our talkie man at this point.
Yeah, Lev, this one's on you. I can intimidate
yeah.
them face to face, but they're not going to listen to me.
So they go, why? Under what authority? We're on legitimate work here. It's a side gig from HQ. Look,
easy
just back off.
there, Kopeng. It's all good. You just power down. We have a little chat. It's fine. There's been some pirate activity out here in the belt. I don't know if you heard about what happened to the Abzu bounty, but we just got to check everything here is kosher. Okay, so there's. We're a little, we just, it's for your insecurity, okay? It's all going to be fine. We're not pirates. Absolutely not pirates.
Who mentioned pirates? No pirates. No.
All right, yeah, make your communications persuasion check.
Oh, that was terrible.
Almost wanted
Total
to
of
fail.
6 on that. On the
Oh, open fire.
But I get to add 3 for comms, so that's 9 plus 2 for deception, so 11.
11. Do you want to spend some fortune to increase?
I've only got like 3 fortune points left after I burned it all up last time.
Oh,
have we managed any resting up, or?
Yeah, so
that's true. This is kind of like days later, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah,
it's
like about 10.
Like 260 something hours later.
Yeah, it was about 10 days later. So.
Let me check, because I think there's a test you can do for the interludes of regaining. Fortune. But you've definitely got more than 3. Oh, gosh. I can't find it, but yes, you've definitely had rest. So you've got... Let's reset and call it all the fortune, because it's been 2 weeks since we last played. So if you wanted to bolster it with fortune, you have.
Do I know what the target number is, or am I just getting it?
It
Plus, also,
is-
I did a really terrible bit of role playing there. I did not come up with a plausible reason for why we should actually be asking them to stop. But
It's for their own security.
Yeah, it's just
That's fine. You legitimately said, look, there's the rumor of piracy in the area,
Which is
and
true.
they're about to find out how true that is.
Yeah.
in fact, you know what? I'll say to them, listen, Copain, just between you and me, like this Martian at the wheel here, he a little trigger happy, okay?
What you side about me? Come on, let me shoot something. I want to shoot
It'd
something.
be for the best if we just talk this out, yeah?
Oh, you never let me shoot anything.
It is actually target number 15.
Okay. So I got a total of 11. So I'll spend 4 fortune to
Sure.
hit the target number.
All right. So there's a moment, a tense moment, where everybody's like, Isaac's hovering over the launch torpedo button.
I'd almost think I have the PDC cannons like circling.
Yeah. Their PDCs remain inactive as we watch, kind of thing. And an image, like a request for video conference, a Zoom link appears. And you hear over the comms this Luna voice is like, okay, we can talk. Just everybody be calm, okay? And yeah, this video link comes up, and there's 3 faces in this ship. Very small looking bridge. One of them is a belter at the back in the background. She looks like she's looking over some sensor logs and that kind of stuff. There's a guy with a cowboy hat on, which you assume is the Martian from Mariner Valley. And then this inner. You can see that they're an inner. They're probably grew up on Luna. But I think it'd probably be Foley who would only be able to tell the slight differences between Earth and Luna in terms of that. And the captain, Captain Njoku, goes, look, HQ just gave us word about this side job, big bonus pay. Apparently the owner of the satellite says it was malfunctioning. They sent a data packet to us with diagnostics protocols. We just needed to dock, run the diagnostic protocols, send them back the data. Cheaper than sending out a crew to do the work. And we were in the area. We're just here to make some extra money. That's all.
I know the feeling, Copain. Last time somebody told me I was about to get a big fat bonus. Yeah, it didn't go that way.
I don't know why you think we've done anything else, but look, you can check the docking systems on the thing. They'll show you that we didn't open the airlocks, we didn't leave our ship. We just ran the program when we did the docking handshakes, and I guess the diagnostics will tell them what parts they need and what repair crew to send out.
I'm going to loom up behind Lev at this point.
Big.
And I'm a bit meaty for a belter.
Yeah.
Captain.
I will say, well, there's one easy way to settle this thing, isn't there? Like, no need for any problems. So all you have to do is send us a copy of that data packet you put into the relay station. We'll check it out, and then we'll go a happy way, yeah?
Or we can come on board your ship and do an inspection for you on behalf of the Outer Planets Alliance.
Yeah, just me. You don't want that. Like, you know about the whole good cop, bad cop thing? Me right here, good cop. You don't want to talk to this guy.
You really don't.
I'm not a cop.
That's
You
how
don't like
bad he is, yo.
like this guy looks over at the Belter as she's at the station, and she looks back and clearly they've muted the thing because she's like, let's not. And she passes over like a data pad, and he looks at it, looks at her, looks at you, puts the data pad out of sight, and then obviously reaches forward to like unmute kind of thing.
Crap, I think we're famous.
And he says, okay. Look, I trust you're not gonna like tell everybody we've given away corporate details here. This is
We don't give a shit about corporate bullshit. We want the data, and we've got the torpedoes. So take your pick. Data or torpedoes.
Yeah. No problem. No problem. Here. But we could, and he can tell he's on a losing streak. He's like, we could start that transfer right now for you. And there's like a request for data transfer. Like, do you accept this incoming package? Kind
Make
of thing.
sure you firewall that shit.
I was about to say the same thing. I'll make sure
Yeah,
that like,
sequester the crap
if we
out of it.
receive it, it's going to be partitioned off from the rest of the ship systems, and we'll virus check the hell out of it before doing anything with it.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I'll allow that.
I'm going to fail to mute and go, get in. I don't think we need to waste the torpedo. I think I could just melt them with the drive. What do you think?
I think for now, we'll just get a copy of their drive signature, their transponder code, and we'll maybe keep a record of that in case we need to pass it on to Anderson Dawes.
Oh, Mr. Dawes.
You
Yeah.
see
Or
the belter.
Taicho
You see
Station.
the belter like stiffen in the back, like what kind of thing?
I've got a suspicion.
If they want
is
to be
there-
able to dock at Ceres Station or Taicho Station ever again, they're going to do what's right by them and what's right by us.
All right.
Would we have access to any kind of database of personnel on other stations and planets and stuff like that? Or would that be like a data request that would have a big time lag trying to get?
I mean,
Basically, I want to Google the name of this agent who Anderson Dawes mentioned and see if it looks like one of the people we're speaking to here.
oh, okay.
We might have done that in downtime, in the interim.
You could make a it's actually one of the options, a TN-15 intelligence business check.
Ugh.
Oh,
Yeah,
So many focuses.
That's not really my kind of business, to be honest. I'll fail, but I'll give it a go. Yeah, no, it's just, what's that? That'll be 10, 11. I don't think it's worth spending fortune point. It was a long shot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of belters, man.
So you think about this name that you got, Chang. It does sound like a lady's name, and the only sort of lady is this Belter.
Okay.
The pilot is a chap, and the captain is a chap.
Fair enough, worth a try. Right, well, do we get the data packet?
Yes, they send you 2 data packets. One called
Me.
one called diagnostics exe, run diagnostics.exe, whatever the space feature is of that, and then the other one is like
Probably that.
diagnostics results, and it's dated. It's got a timestamp in it. The results is probably only an hour or 2 before you arrived.
Okay, well, I'm not going to run the executable file, but I will check that results log and see what it says.
Oh, we want to know what diagnostic they got dumped out of that.
So as you're looking at that, the captain of the Rockhound is like, is that okay? Can we
Please hold.
it's just like
I'll just hum elevator music at them.
Yeah. Your
So
continued breathing is important to you.
so the packet, like the diagnostic packet, is it basically tells you the file is completed its purge, and then what would it be? It's two messages scrubbed from buffer, and then confirmed that they've been scrubbed from whatever backups were there.
Does it say where they were from?
No, it just confirms that the diagnostics ran properly and that 2 messages were scrubbed.
Okay, in that case, we totally need to look at the diagnostics
It's
program and see. I'm guessing that it's. Does it seem like it's basically scrubbed all of the communications that went through the relay, or it was presumably looking for these 2 specific?
Yeah,
messages?
so it's like 2. I guess 2 files, two messages found, or identified, 2 scrubbed.
Okay, so what was the identifying features of those messages? I want to see if there's a way of at least finding out what they were.
Yeah, you'd have to go into the executable, into the other one, and work your way through that. And
I mean, the first check is that our message isn't there, right? The one that we know was sent from our ship isn't in the log, because we're assuming that's one of them that's been scrubbed.
Well, we need to go and
We're
look to see if that's one of them.
yeah, we
That's
have
the
a
gonna be
safe
the-
bet at the minute.
Because this is where Mitchell sent his type beam, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Because if
yeah,
Mitchell's
I'm
message
assuming that's
isn't
the
in
one.
there.
Yeah, but we.
Do we know who told Rockhound to run this package?
Apparently.
They said HQ. We got word from HQ about a small side job with a big bonus pay.
Which
Who
company
they
are
work
they
for?
with? They're with.
Grey Savannah Extractions, which is lunar based.
As is Mal Wawowski.
And they're about clever enough to outsource the contract to
Oh,
someone
yeah, you reckon.
utterly expendable.
All
Do you
right,
think we got
Captain.
what we need from these guys, or do we still need to get on board their ship and have a poke around? It
I
sounds
don't-
like they're shitting themselves,
I don't think
Yeah,
we
which
can get anything
suggests to me
else.
that they probably don't have any other stuff from on board that station.
Have we
I'm not sure
established
their
they're
ship
telling?
is big enough.
Have we established if they're telling the truth when they said they never even boarded the relay
No,
station?
we'd need to go back to the relay station for that. Can we do that at a distance? Or do we need to be there?
You've been there. I think it'd just make the technology target number. We'd add some on to the target number, so it would be a TN16 instead of a TN12 from this distance.
This distance. Well, I'll have a go if it won't break anything. While Lev focuses on the diagnostic package.
Okay.
A 5 and a 5 and a 2 and a 3. I got 15
Oh,
Fortune.
close.
Spend fortune.
Spend some fortune.
and I'll spend some fortune.
Okay.
I got a double,
Ooh, stunting as
so
well.
if that helps.
Um,
And a 5 on my stunt dice. So
Wow. So it looks like you guys were the last people to open up the airlock.
yeah.
Like, it hasn't been opened for months.
Okay.
Months.
So what the hell trashed the insides? Oh, Captain, this is some wonky shit, man.
I know.
I don't
I
want
know
no
this is some
part of
wonky
this. I
shit.
just want the whole ice. Okay.
Yeah, well, it's too late for hauling ice. The
Oh
ice
no, I don't think
hauler's
it is. I
gone.
think we could just go back. Can we not just go back? Can we?
We can't just go back. The bounty's gone.
I could get another ice
Look,
hauler.
give me the calm. I'm going to let them go.
All right.
Attention, rock hound, rock hopper, rock space guys.
They call it Rockhound. Captain.
Yeah,
Come on, be nice.
the captain. He goes, and the captain Najoka goes like, the rock hound.
Yeah, well, we're going to let you go. We appreciate your assistance in this matter. Just be careful when you take these bonus jobs. The last 3 bonus jobs that we've seen have been some shady shit, and bad things have happened to everyone involved.
Understood, Rorke's Drift. I hope you find what you're looking for.
So too.
Yeah, they're like, thanks? Question
And
mark.
treat your belter nicely.
She does that kind of like, yeah, man, on the captain's shoulder, which if she wasn't treated nicely, she wouldn't get to do, like, kind of thing. She's like, yeah.
Make sure you get that bonus, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
You earned it.
Now, we never saw you. You never saw us.
Are the
Everything
friendly
fine.
skies, my friends?
Yeah, they immediately start moving. Like, let us get out of here.
I
The
will turn
weirdest
us.
pirates ever.
Yeah.
Give us a tiny data packet and then piss off.
Yeah.
I'll turn us back to the relay.
All right, so we pilot our way back to the relay.
I'm going really
while we're heading
slowly.
back, I'll check this diagnostic program and see what it was hunting for.
I'm sort of space slouching back. So I was going to have a chase. It was going to be exciting. And now, fine. We'll go back
Look,
to
I
the
wanted a
relay.
boarding action, you know?
I think this is the first ship we've come across where everybody hasn't immediately died.
Give it
There
time.
That's a win.
was going to be like a boarding action and finding all kinds of cool treasure and stuff on their ship, but it's not there. We can want a space fight all we want, but everybody walks away with their lives.
Yeah. Also, I think what you are thinking of this is like a film.
I think you need to learn
What
to
do you
enjoy a
mean?
boring life, Raph.
Yeah, with you leaping onto the other ship with your two hammers and just triumphantly
Well, look, I've
mounting
never
the
actually
lock
done
hand.
the jumping onto another ship with hammers. Yeah.
What's that old Martian proverb or curse? May you live in interesting times.
Oh yeah, I hate that one. That's why I was hauling ice.
I think the days of hauling ice might be a little bit behind us now.
Yeah, well, now
think
we're still
we've
holding
seen-
ice, Captain. It's just this ice has got weird. Well,
Well, except
We've
we've
come
not got any of that ice.
seriously
Oh.
to a middle. Yeah.
chasing it.
You were hauling ice, now we're hauling ass.
That's
See, now
almost
that's clever
good.
pun.
I like
That's
that.
good
Can we get
wordplay.
that like on a bumper sticker on the back of the ship? That
Yeah,
would be
painted
that's
around
alright.
the
a good
drive.
plan.
Yeah, I would like
Green
that.
eyes at the
actually.
front, logo on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right. I feel better now. I'll start accelerating just a little bit more.
All right, so we redock with the way station, and Lev. It is another technology roll.
Okay.
Intelligence technology, TN15. Or you could use cryptography if you want.
Oh, I rolled really well on that.
Oh, good.
I got double 6. So that's 12. It's a total of 16 with the tech.
Mhm.
That would be 19.
Wow.
Oh.
All right, so in its own little private virtual pen of a don't touch our stuff kind of thing, you go through this file. It has all the right codes to log in and go through the system. So it's come from whoever owns the station. And it is looking for anything that is tagged with the bounty's ID, like the com ID. It's detected. First of all goes through all the incoming messages. If it detects one, it deletes it, and then it goes through all the outgoing messages, like the other way. And if it finds any, it deletes it. It's a really simple one. And then there's some fun bits where it deletes that it's deleted. You know, it goes back and covers its tracks kind of thing. It deletes that it's deleted the thing and does the stuff and logs it as a system diagnostics, you know, call number 7 or something. Logs it as something that you know it's not really, because it's not done any diagnostics, doesn't run anything like that, doesn't interrupt transmission or anything. It just sort of looks for something that's identified with the bounty's code and deletes it.
Those poor bastards were sent out here to be expendable.
Another feeling. Is there a way from this diagnostic file of figuring out where the messages that were relayed to the bounty in reply to Mitchell were coming from? Or has that information been removed?
Yeah, I would think it would be a slightly harder cartography or technology roll. So that was TM15. So I think we'd be pushing it up to TN18 with trying to get that. And you'd need to be looking at data from both this sort of file and what the file structure and the internals of the way station are.
I'm not going to roll double 6 and a 4 again, but I will give it a go. It's not terrible. That was 12. That'd be 15. Can I spend 3 fortune points to bump it up to, was it 18?
Yeah, sure. So
Okay, I'll spend 3 fortune, so that's 6 of these.
we raise it up. We dock with the way station. We look at both the data, and it's still doing what it's written, what it's officially supposed to do. Like, if you wanted to sit here for a bit, you could probably pry on hundreds of little messages that are bouncing backwards and forwards around the solar system. A lot of them going to like the Jupiter colonies and that kind of stuff, off to Mars, or some of them going back behind you, that kind of thing. And you could pry on 100 little private stories. But as we drill through, and you pair up the information that you've gotten from the diagnostics file, the stuff that's marked in here, you realize that it's Mitchell has sent a message to a location somewhere on Earth, and the reply has come somewhere on Earth. Looks like it's a private private location, a private residence in London in the United Kingdom. I know, weird tiny little thing, not far from where the UN Central is, but it's on an island. There's a troubled past to it.
I've heard of London. Well, that's kind of annoying because that's a dead end for us. If it was going back and forth just with Earth, then...
Not entirely a dead end. There's still stuff we can do with it. It's a dead end for us, but now I think is the time to get in touch with Anderson Dawes.
Yeah, I think so.
You're...
This ship we're on right now was made in London, except on Mars.
Martian London.
Nova is the Martian London, New London.
Which is why I keep saying it wonky, because I want to say New London. But it's not. It's London Nova.
Yeah, I guess Anderson Dawes is probably the only move we've got left, really, isn't it?
Well, no, we got a couple of options. If we're back on the station, you and Foley go in and do some forensic work, see what you can find on the technology, on the machines. I know it's all battered to shit, but find out how it was battered to shit, who battered it to shit, whatever you can find. If there's any internal cameras or anything that they missed, try and track them down. You go data forensics. Foley, if you can go tech forensics, look at how that stuff was broken apart, how it was artfully deconstructed.
Yeah, right.
You take care of that.
I suggest we also just since we've hacked into all the comm relay, what the hell? Let's just take a copy of all of that information and take it with us so we can sift through it at our leisure.
Yeah, that's not a bad plan.
Just lift the whole stack, man.
Yeah, why not?
If
nothing else, we've got some good blackmail material on everybody in the Jovian system.
Yes, yeah, all the little I'll see you in 3 weeks when your wife is on Tycho.
People type beaming dick pics around the system.
Yeah, they've got to still do that.
Stop doing that. I mean, God, the bandwidth alone. Oh, it's just such a waste of time.
Yeah.
Captain.
But Van, for you, I got nothing. We need you on ship.
All right.
You sit on comms, on drive, whatever. Just keep an eye on things from our point of view. I'm going to take a walk outside and see what I can see.
All right.
I'm getting a bit cabin fevery,
Oh, well, yeah, fair enough. Ship's not that big.
No, it's not. He's going to stick the googly eyes on. That's what he's going to do. All right, so Foley and Lev. So as we sort of take a minute, we realise when Raph has pointed out bits and pieces that clearly don't belong here. As you've got a minute to sort of stop, and Lev has done his thingy-majigs. There is one bank of walls. That is all the station needs to do its function. It's got a buffer. I think it just pings stuff out. And then on the other side, it just, runs stuff through. There's a couple of ways it boosts the signals and that kind of stuff. And it also tracks where they've come from so they can bill people. Yeah? You sent a picture. And now you owe us... You remember when we used to have to pay 10p for text messages, and receiving a picture cost you 50p, and you used to hate it, but it was also really cool. Remember all that? Gosh, feel old. Anyway, they're doing that. We've gone back to that kind of stuff. And so this pyramid network people, they track all that kind of stuff, so they know who to charge and when the bill comes due and that kind of stuff. And it's really a very simple process for this side. The other stuff that's around the room that's been trashed and bashed doesn't look like it's been used for a while now. You have time to study it and look and consider. There's no dust in here because that would require people of using the oxygen and binning around. And this looks just cold, inert, but very much trashed.
Does it look like
full video? Yeah,
like they've canned up to replace bits, but they just don't take the old things away? Or does this look like it's been damaged to stop it doing things?
Yeah,
because it's still operating. The site's still working as a relay.
Yeah, these things that you realise aren't that they're not included in the relays stuff. And it looks like there's a refrigeration unit. There's a couple of scientific equipment like centrifuge, things to strip and test stuff. And then there's this weird chair with the data core processing, and it looks like somebody, to sit and process data. And I'm doing that thing that we know they did in the dodgy science lab.
Yeah.
I'm doing it where they sort through stuff that Cortazar does. Yeah, that kind of thing. It looks like there's a single chair for somebody to have been stationed here. And then as you kind of peer around a little bit more, you can see that there is some sort of fold down bed that was here. It looks like they've got like some sort of, they probably were doing nothing more than the instant ration things, the self-heating ration packs that Van might occasionally talk about from being in MCRN, kind of, these were great, don't get the mac and cheese, that one's not good. Sort of
omelette.
Yeah, the omelette ones aren't great. But yeah, whoever was here, they subsisted entirely on these terrible emergency ration packs, and this bed that barely looks comfortable, and a recycle water system. So somebody was living here and doing stuff, and then months ago somebody came, trashed the stuff, took the person somewhere. Took whatever was in the refrigeration away.
Yep, definitely someone living here.
Well, make sure you get full video of everything.
I don't know if this place has got cameras.
No, I mean on
but you
your
can.
suit cam.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's recording.
Oh, we should be filming all of this. Because we're going to have to convince Mr. Dawes that we did the right thing anyway.
Can't imagine someone living on this rock.
It's not even a rock. There's no rock. There's nothing.
There's nothing here. Just a little floaty station.
If this was abandoned
Some guy
months
just
ago, how long
in a tin
ago?
can.
I know we've done a certain amount of flying around since the bounty blew up. How long ago in game time was it that the bounty was destroyed? That's going to be a lot more recently than that's a few days.
Yeah, so we're at most 14, 15 days out from... No. So it's 10 days to get out of here. One day to go from the bounty to a... So not even a fortnight. We're like 12 days since the thing was done.
Okay, so the lab equipment that's in here, that you said like centrifuges and stuff, does it look like it's been used?
Not... it has been used, yes. It's definitely not like in a shrink wrap, but if you believe the airlock logs, nobody's been here for about 3 or 4 months, which probably puts it before the Eros incident.
Which tracks?
Yeah.
Lev, I'll be buggered if I know what's going on.
Yeah, it's a strange business, man. See, the thing is, like, Andy has a pretty strong idea of what's been going on, but Lev would have no clue because he doesn't know about Cortazar and Thoth Station and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, somebody was listening for Proto-Molecule. Well, Lev doesn't know that. Okay, so trying to put it all together. Yeah, they were, it makes me did that shit in the ice, man. Like there's lab equipment here. Maybe they're looking for the same stuff, but
Maybe
got
they had the
refrigeration
same
unit.
stuff, you know.
they've been
Or
looking
they're
for this-
anticipating the stuff arriving.
Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to check. Is there a log I can check that shows which ships have docked with it in the past? You said there's like a record of when the airlock was used.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
presumably, like that's a log I might be able to check. I'm
Yeah.
hoping to find if there's a registry for whichever ship last took this occupant out of here.
Oh,
It is.
Yeah, because the last one that came here must have been the one that took him. Because if you're maintenance crew and you turn up and there's just someone living here,
Mhm.
Bit weird.
probably not just going to let that slide.
Yeah. Are you supposed to be here? Yeah.
Like some guy sleeping in a phone box, basically.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
At least some guy sleeping in a phone box with a laptop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a centrifuge and a microscope.
So someone must have been resupplying them.
Yeah, they definitely would have needed resupply. Let's
I wonder if
see.
it's just coincidence that our message that Mitchell sent out just got relayed here, or whether that's got something to do with it.
Presume we can't actually retrieve the messages that were deleted by the virus.
No, they have been. Like, the virus has done its job, and it's
Oh.
done its job well.
Was its whole purpose,
Yeah.
and it unfortunately.
All right, so before
Did
the
its
rock
job.
hopper, some 3 months ago, a ship called Vector Security 17
Oh crap!
arrived. Foley, Vector Security sort of is a thing that you might remember. They are the people who arrived at your home and were like, "Get out! We own this now," kind of thing. So they are an Earth-spanning private military folks.
2 words that do not belong together.
Yeah.
Oh,
Vector Security. And I suppose it depends. Would Foley be interested in Vector Security? Like, who are these schmucks? What are they? Are they allowed to do this, or would Foley be just like, "Mal, this has all gone wrong," kind of thing? What
It
happened
was kind of
there?
like out. It was just like that's the red tape and the admin of the system, and it just screws you over.
Mhm.
So it's saying you can't rely on people to
Yeah.
do your finances for you because one day Vector Security turn up and throw you out your house.
Yeah. So these are the company. These are the PMC who arrived and went, "We own this. Get out." At your beautiful Ark commune somewhere on Earth.
It was really nice.
so sad.
It's better than Mars.
It's the whole wall of googly eyes.
Yeah. They even ripped down googly eyes from. They
No,
weren't
that's
having
just
any of that.
lewd.
But Vector Security.
Yeah.
Vector Security 17 arrived,
Assholes.
was docked for 4.5 hours, and then left.
Looking over Lev's shoulder, I go, they're like just private military, like private security. All outsourced. But they're definitely arseholes.
It's just some serious script is Vector Security, the same guys who tried to wipe us out on Prometheus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I reckon they definitely took our hermit friend.
I was right. It was a hermit. Oh, look at that. Can I be checking the 2 stiffs we've got in the freezer?
Sure, you want to go down and route around there?
Yeah, let's go, because we never really got to the bottom of whether they're identifiable. I've got nothing else to do.
You've been in the military before. I thought you were talking about Claire O'Rourke.
No, I'm not.
No, she's in a separate freezer to them.
Yeah.
You
They're
always
already
check
in the
their pockets
freezer,
for
aren't they?
small
Aren't they
change.
in an airlock?
Well, airlock freezer, it's all very cold.
All right, so I'm looking at the perception focuses here. Would this be a perception smelling?
Am I trying to find them, or do I know where they are?
A perception tasting? Are you licking them?
No, I'm not looking
Don't
at
lick the corpses.
Now that we kind of have a firm name, as in the name of a firm, do they have any insignia on them?
All right, so like a perception seeing. Let's call it perception
yeah,
seeing.
like a perception seeing. Which curiously isn't one of my strong points.
I'm definitely going to take tasting as my next upgrade.
Oh God, that's terrible.
I love just target number 10. Target number 10.
Oh wow. Okay, so I make it barely. I make
There
about
we go.
10.
All right, so they don't have. They obviously they're Black Ops style dudes.
Oh, they're in their underwear. They're not being stored with all of the cool tech. We're having that.
Yeah, no, I know, but the cool tech stuff is all Black Ops thing.
Right.
And there's no sort of like vector security.
No logos.
No logos.
No? Oh,
Yeah,
shame. Have they got any
yeah,
tattoos?
They I think one of them has like probably like an English pub tattoo, like the George's Arms or something on his,
Bloody hell.
or like a Man United tattoo or something terrible on his shoulder. Which
It's Vector
European
Security's
Super League.
motto. We have both magnitude and direction.
should be. So one of them is English.
Well,
And-
that's no proof of that.
Yeah. Oh well, no. If he supports Man U, he could be from
Yeah.
Pluto. But they don't have any kind of stuff. But their weapons, as you're looking through them, they are. I mean, it doesn't give me exact because obviously they don't just sort of define them, but you do look them over, and being a Martian, perhaps having basic military training and that kind of stuff, having maybe gone through the Navy at some point to get that kind of thing. These are not like standard issue arms, and they are not they're Earth made, like they're like Walther PPK style cool arms rather than SA-80s plastic stuff. They are.
We've got some proper Heckler and Glosh here. Oh, this
Yes.
is nice kit. Hey, Captain, you're going to like these.
Well, that's if they're not biometrically sealed.
Well, we could always cut off their arms.
I'm not walking around with a dead guy's arm just so I can shoot a gun.
Only
Really
need the
nice
finger.
gun, though.
Oh, but we can hack the chip, can't we?
Oh, yeah, there's also that.
Level fix it for us.
Oh,
Lev,
man.
make it go boom. Yeah.
Everybody's really overestimating my hacking abilities.
But you keep doing it. Every time we overestimate your ability, you pull it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either that or Tom hits it with the big spanner.
The googly eye spanner.
Oh, yeah,
Alright.
sorry, the googly eye spanner.
So it's 10 o'clock, which means we're coming up to the end of our session tonight. What do we want to take from the little relay station, and where are we going next? What's our plan here?
Well, I'm going to
Oh.
copy every scrap of data that I can from the place, even if we haven't managed to analyze it, all of it now. Like, I want to be able to analyze it when we're en route to wherever we're going next.
Sure.
That's it for
We-
me, I think.
I think we need to talk to the big man, don't we, Captain?
That's my next move. So I want to do a quick once over the station to
Mhm.
see if
wanna
anybody's
run
docked
around the
anywhere
outside.
else, or if there's any damage or any carbon scoring or anything like that.
Hmm.
See
I
if there's
wanna-
any weird tech bolted onto the outside.
Yeah, that's
of
that's
it.
the kind of thing I'm looking for. Stuff that
Yeah.
doesn't belong.
I'll I'll just do a search like under the mattress of the bed and that, just in case stuff's got left behind, like on the floors. I don't imagine they've left anything behind, but
This guy's
And I
been
was
on his
gonna-
own for a long time here. He's probably got a porn stash under the mattress.
It's true. Then I wanted to weld Claire's helmet to the front of the ship as well.
Okay, sure.
A
Green
little
the
bit
googly eyes.
sentimental. Yeah, maybe some googly eyes can go on there later, but
All right.
don't do that while I'm looking.
So which perception skills or focuses would you like to apply to your checks?
I don't care because I have none.
All right. Okay. Fair.
Smell it is.
Smelling, perception, smelling. As
More
you,
space.
yeah.
Or you can smell it yourself.
Station.
What difficulty are we going for?
As we run around the outside of the little station to inspect for weird stuff.
I have 13.
Okay, target number 12 will do. Aside from, it looks like you spot a second relay point, like a sort of, if you will, a dedicated relay point that's angled in the same way, heading off towards the same distance, but it looks like it's like a, what would it be, like a priority, like if the main relay is in use and I need to send this message, this data package, it gets its own relay to send this information or receive this information, like the satellite or whatever it is.
Okay, so this doesn't belong on the station and is probably connected to the shady business.
Yeah, if it did belong on the station, it's an unusual redundancy. Most
Yeah.
of these stations are like, oh no, communications outlet, we have to send some people. Tough. And this one seems to have a redundancy that most, especially Pyramid Network, is a bit like,
Yeah, it's a deep
shitty.
space relay and it's unusual for it to have the extra slot.
Mhm.
Okay, so the last thing I want to do then is, do you guys want to do anything else? And then I'll calm Anderson Doors as
Yeah.
our last thing.
That's fine.
Foley.
See, I tell you what, before you leave the hull
Mhm.
of the relay, see if there's like some kind of comm buffer inside that second bolt-on redundant relay. There
We
might
might
be.
as well check. We've come all this way.
It seems to run on electricity.
Did you lick it, Captain? We talked about this.
I'm outside. I'm not licking anything.
Okay,
Just
good.
rip
you've
it off the
learned.
surface and stick it in the ship. We'll look
Oh,
at it
just-
on the way.
All right.
Bring it with you.
Yeah, okay. So you're gonna pull this relay off this thing. All right. So
Sounds like a rack sort of thing.
Well, I've got welding torch with me so I can cut through any bolts and stuff.
all right. Foley, what are you doing inside the ship? What were you doing?
so I was just doing a cursory search around the bed and that is to see if anything
He
was,
was
left
looking
behind.
for porn.
Looking for porn. There is surprisingly not a porn focus in perception.
It's probably for the best.
It
You're
is.
not going to waste those kilos on porn. Digital, man. We're living in the future, y'all. Come on.
Perception searching. Do you have that
yeah,
focus?
No,
No?
I don't have any perception focuses.
All right. Perception target number 12.
Oh, maybe. Pretty good. 6, 5, and a 4. 10, 15, plus 1, 16.
All right. So perhaps where you would expect to find like some sort of terrible magazine underneath the mattress.
You have notes. Looking for filth.
I know you're not, but it's in that place, and it strikes you as odd that someone would keep these research notes, and it looks like printouts of composition data and neural. Would it be neural or like synaptic feedback timings and that kind of stuff, and it looks like just random printouts, and they're folded up as if somebody is really likes these pieces of data.
Oh, it is porn.
Yeah, really likes
Data
these,
porn.
folded
Oh.
up, put under the thing, and almost like if somebody, you can imagine whoever was there doing this hermit research, when they've finished doing that kind of stuff, they've gotten into their bunk and opened it up and has just been like looking at this info, and then they fold it up, They put it away. And then presumably Vector Security 17 has taken them away before they could get their secret research stash.
Pocket this
Mm-hmm.
in my pouch.
Yeah.
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 Head back to the ship.
Yeah. Raph, I need you to have the character attempt a TN12 perception seeing test.
Oh, yes. 15, 16, 17.
Okay. As you look at ripping this thing off the side of the relay station, you suddenly realize that there is a number of explosive charges bolted around it.
Oops.
You nearly took a cutting torch to it.
Yeah, you know what? I think I might leave this dedicated relay where it is because it's surrounded by explosives and I'm not a bomb expert.
Oh, sounds wise.
But I've got some camera footage.
Yeah.
That'll have to do.
Yeah.
Right, I'm coming in. I'm going to call Anderson Dawes.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So with that revelation, we return. What is the message we put together to send? Because it's what, 20 minutes time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But any suggestions for what you think we need to include? We'll put a data
please
packet of stuff.
Don't kill us.
What? Yeah.
It wasn't us.
No.
We put in the whole footage from Prometheus, yeah? So
I don't think we should be sharing that footage on Typebeam.
Okay.
I think we say we've got some sensitive data for him that we need to deliver in person. It's also another way of making sure we stay alive until we get to Ceres, at least.
And then we dead. Okay, fine.
Well,
Right.
Might it be worth asking him to at least keep an eye on Vector Security?
Yeah, we can put that in.
Put some feelers out, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
You're gonna have to tell him that Claire's dead.
Yeah, I know. Give me a Typebeam.
Okay.
So has he given us a comm frequency to respond on?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, he's all included in the original Typebeam kind of information. You're basically sending a message to the governor of Ceres.
Yeah.
The office of the governor of Ceres.
Good afternoon, Mr. Dawes. My name is Raf Book. I am an associate of Captain Claire O'Rourke. It is my sad duty to inform you that she has been taken from us. I would like to come to Ceres Station to discuss further and present evidence to you of what we have found occurring, with particular regard to the information you are interested in. In the meantime, I would suggest that you start monitoring traffic from the company Vector Security and Rockdog Prospectors. We look forward to meeting with you and will be following your instructions to reach Ceres. We are currently flying under a transponder name of Rourke's Drift to honor Captain Claire. We'll send that.
Enter, send. All right, so that's where we'll end this week's session. And thank you to folks who've watched and joined in with us tonight. Thank you for the re-roll that saved some bacon earlier.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, what was I about to say? No, I know now. I know where I am. So Green Ronin have very nicely gave us some PDFs for the crew. So we know the rules more or less. We can we're learning. But that's the point of this adventure. It really helps us.
We are picking up different bits. I mean, now I've learned the ship rules. I've been reading up on some stunts.
Yeah. and the 6-parters that kind of do lead you through different sort of mechanics to try everything out. But the other awesome thing about Green Ronin have done is given us some PDF codes to share with folks who are watching. I promised when we started this that it would not all just be live for the Twitch viewers, but also for the wonderful folks who then come back and watch us via the YouTubes. So if you're watching this on Twitch tonight, you need to, when we upload it to the Garblag Games YouTube, which we'll put a link into the chat, come over to the YouTube page and to join this competition. If you are watching us on the YouTubes, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Don't forget to also try and come and give us a view on the Twitch. It's very good fun. And you can do things like give us rerolls with your channel points that save our bacon. So in order to work out who's going to get this $80-ish, more than $80 worth of PDFs, a couple of core book rules, this adventure that we're playing right now so you can see what I am and what I'm not doing, and also the Ships of the Expanse PDF, which looks very cool, you just need to tell us who is your favourite Expanse character and why is it Drummer?
Is the right answer.
So tell us who your favorite character in the Expanse is. Leave a comment on the YouTube page, and then let me check my calendar. I should have checked the calendar first. There we go. There is the calendar.
Next Sunday is the 16th.
So because life finds a way, gets in the way. The 23rd, May the 23rd at midnight BST, we will pick a winner after that. So anything in after that, which gives us, because we won't be here next week because I have internet issues. I'm going to do some repairing. So we will be back on the 24th of May to find out what Anderson Dorr says to Raf's message. I hope that made sense. That was a lot of me talking in one go.
You've got until the 23rd to get your answer in on YouTube. We will announce the winner on stream on the 24th from the YouTube comments.
There we go. And you get to win over $80 worth of Green Ronin PDFs.
Just for telling us why Drummer is best.
Why is Drummer the best? You don't have
join with Amos.
Other characters are available.
Other characters are available, but Drummer is the one we all give. I've had a blast. I hope, I'm really enjoying, because I know all the secrets, so I'm really enjoying everybody kind of going and having fun with that. And at this point, this is, like I've said before with the Expanse RPG, we have reached a point where the PDF tells me you should all have another level.
Woohoo!
Perception tasting.
Gonna be licking everything from now on.
All the things. Once again, folks, thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon. Everybody, take care.
Oh, the calendar. Tomorrow.
Oh, the calendar, yes. Tomorrow.
Yes, tomorrow we're starting character creation, Worlds Without Number. Pete's running that, and we're going to be building some characters. We've got some interesting ideas floating around in the ether. We're going to nail those down, build them properly, and set up our characters. And then also tomorrow, Garblag North American Division are running the second part of Escape from Skullcano Island.
It's very good. I'd recommend catching up on YouTube if you're in the European time zone. It's very good.
On the day of Wotan, we have got Age of Sigmar. No, we haven't. It's Woothrup.
Oh, is it
edition.
Woothrup, or is this the wedding anniversary?
It's the break.
You may be right.
It's the
there
wedding
may
anniversary.
or may not.
There isn't Woothrup this one.
There isn't Woothrup this week. So Wednesday there will not be Woothrup, but Thursday there will be Age of Sigmar Soulbound, which I think we're on to the third and final part of the adventure. And at present, on Friday, I'm putting together another crew for another short story set in those dark places, more sci-fi horror action. Last week, the Cordyceps Conundrum. Come and see what horrors I can inflict on them this week.
Cool. Mushrooms in space. Mushrooms. Once again, thank you very much for joining us here on Garbage Games. We'll be back on those many awesome places that Ben just mentioned, many awesome adventures that Ben just mentioned. And don't forget, tell us why Drummer is your favourite. Other characters might apply. More information in the thing down there. Now we get to say bye-bye.